Packing for Japan can feel overwhelming, especially if it's your first time, but we have got you covered. In this video, we're breaking down the ultimate Japan packing list for 2026, including the things that most people forget to bring, the common mistakes that people make in Japan, and a few smart essentials that will genuinely make your trip so much easier.
Before anything else, let's start with the suitcase. Carry on or checked luggage, because this decision will affect your entire trip. Most people think a small carry-on is all you need for Japan, but that's one of the most common packing mistakes we see. Carry-ons might seem convenient, but they limit you far more than you expect, especially once you realize how much you will want to bring home. Japan is a real shopping heaven, and nothing shows that better than Don Quixote, the country's most famous discount store. These huge shops are open late and packed with everything from souvenirs and snacks to beauty products, gadgets, and even discounted luxury brands. Even if you don't plan to shop much, it's very hard to leave with just what you arrived with. A checked suitcase saves you from last-minute stress, like buying an extra case or paying for international shipping. And on most international flights, one checked bag is already included anyway.
So the next question is, how easy is it to get around Japan with a large suitcase? Surprisingly, it's very easy. Japan has efficient luggage delivery services called Takubin, which let you send your suitcase from the airport to your hotel, between hotels, or even city to city. It's affordable and makes travel days much more relaxed. Getting into cities like Tokyo or Osaka is also straightforward. Most travelers use express trains with dedicated luggage space. We'll leave links to the best airport transport options in the description. On the Shinkansen, luggage rules are simple. Suitcases under 160 centimeters fit overhead, and for larger ones, you can reserve an oversized luggage seat with extra space behind you, which is easy to book. We recommend booking Shinkansen tickets with Klook since you can choose oversized luggage seats and even pick the Mount Fuji side of the train. We'll leave our link in the description, or you can simply scan the QR code on screen, and don't forget to use our code Karolina to save yourself some money. Once you're in the city, there's one simple trick that really helps. In Google Maps, turn on the wheelchair accessible route option. It prioritizes elevators and escalators instead of stairs, which makes big stations much easier with luggage. And one final thing, avoid traveling with large suitcases during rush hour. Trains get extremely crowded. During peak times, we recommend using Go Taxi, essentially the Uber of Japan, to get around more comfortably with luggage.
Passport and entry requirements. Of course, you will need a passport to enter Japan, but this is where a lot of people run into problems before their dream Japan trip even begins. So here's what you need to double check before you fly. First, make sure your passport won't expire anytime soon. Japan technically only requires your passport to be valid for the length of your stay, but many airlines won't let you board if it's close to expiry. To avoid any risk, we always recommend traveling with at least 6 months left on your passport. If you're from the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, or most European countries, you can enter Japan visa-free for up to 90 days. The only paperwork you will need is immigration and customs. And the easiest way to do this is online using Visit Japan Web, where you will fill out a form and then receive a QR code to show upon arrival. You can still fill everything out on the plane, but doing it online saves time and makes arrival much smoother, and you don't have to worry about any paperwork. We will leave a link for this website in the description for you. And one last tip, even if you're traveling visa-free, immigration may still ask to see proof of onward travel or accommodation. Keep a screenshot or printed copy of your return flight and hotel booking ready so you're not scrambling at the immigration desk.
Japan might feel incredibly modern, but when it comes to everyday payments, cash is still very much king. You'll almost certainly need cash for more things than you expect: meals at ramen shops and izakayas, entry fees at shrines and temples, street food and market stalls, or even grabbing a coffee at a small local cafe. And don't be surprised, many train ticket machines across Japan still only accept cash. That said, you'll absolutely still use your card as well. Convenience stores like 7-Eleven and Lawson always accept cards.
Save money with the right travel cards. Even though cash is essential in Japan, you will still be using your card regularly, and choosing the right one can save you a surprising amount of money over your trip. If you're from the UK, our top recommendation is Starling Bank. It's a free current account with a debit card that doesn't change any fees for spending abroad or withdrawing cash from ATMs, which makes it incredibly easy to manage money in Japan. If you're from the US, the best option is a Charles Schwab checking account. It comes with their debit card that has no foreign transaction fees, and Schwab refunds every single ATM fee worldwide. That means no matter which ATM you use in Japan, withdrawing cash is effectively free. We also always carry Wise and Revolut cards. They're not quite as generous, you will usually face monthly limits or small withdrawal fees, but they're excellent backup cards to have. If for any reason your main card doesn't work or gets blocked, these genuinely save the day or even your entire trip.
One thing a lot of travelers forget to pack and often regret as soon as they land is a travel adapter. Japan uses Type A and B plugs, the same as in the US, so if you're American, you're already covered. That being said, a compact universal adapter is still worth packing since it works worldwide and takes up almost no space in your bag. And if you're coming from the UK, Europe, or most other countries, you'll definitely need a travel adapter for Japan as your plugs won't fit. We personally use the Tessan travel adapter mainly because it has multiple USB ports, so we can charge several devices at once.
How to pack for Japan's 4 seasons. Packing for Japan can be tricky because the seasons are very different, and what works one month won't work the next. Spring, March to May. Temperatures are usually around 10 to 20 degrees. Pack light layers, a light jacket, sweaters, and long sleeves you can easily mix and match. Days are comfortable, but evenings can still feel cool, especially during the cherry blossom season. Summer, June to August. This is where many people get caught out. It's hot and very humid, often 25 to 35 degrees, so go for light, breathable clothing like t-shirts, dresses, shorts, and sandals. Avoid heavy fabrics and make sure whatever you pack is comfortable for long walks in the heat.
Japan's rainy season runs from June to mid-July, but sudden showers can happen any time of the year, which is why you'll notice locals often carrying umbrellas. The good news is that you don't need to pack one. Many hotels and even Airbnbs provide umbrellas, and if you need one, they're sold everywhere, even at places like 7-Eleven. The most common umbrella in Japan is the large clear plastic one. They're cheap and practical, but not ideal for travelers. When you go into shops or restaurants, you'll usually leave them outside where it's easy for someone to grab the wrong one. Instead, bring a small foldable travel umbrella. It fits easily into your bag, it's much easier to carry, and avoids any awkward mix-ups.
Autumn, September to November. Similar to spring, with temperatures again around 10 to 20 degrees. Layers are key. Long sleeve tops, cardigans, and a light jacket will cover you for most of the days. Winter, December to February. Expect cold weather, especially in January and February, around 0 to 10 degrees. You'll need a warm coat plus gloves and a hat. If you're traveling north, like Hokkaido, it's much colder and snowy, so pack accordingly. One of our biggest tips: don't overpack. Japan has amazing clothing stores everywhere. If you forget something or need better layers, it's easy and affordable to buy it here. Leave space in your suitcase because chances are you will want to shop anyway. If you are traveling to Japan, we highly recommend bringing a large check-in suitcase because trust us, you will end up buying way more souvenirs than you expected. That's why having a suitcase with enough space really matters, and we've been traveling with the large check-in suitcases from Karl Friedrich. Karl Friedrich is all about carrying with confidence. Their luggage is designed to last a lifetime of trips, and you can feel the quality right away. For security, instead of zippers, this case has 5 TSA approved locks built right into the frame. And honestly, I love them. It makes closing your suitcase so much easier, and there's something really satisfying about clicking the locks into place and knowing that your luggage is secure. The leather detailing gives it a classic premium look, and inside it's very practical too, with straps and a compression pad that keep your clothes in place and make packing easier. And our favorite feature, the Japanese spinner wheels. They glide so smoothly and quietly that even when the suitcase is full, it's effortless to move through airports and train stations. We are using the large check-in in grey chocolate and grey cognac, so if you want to check it out, scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description below. Check your phone is unlocked before you fly. One of the most important things to check before traveling to Japan is whether your phone is actually unlocked. If your phone is locked to your carrier back home, you won't be able to use a local SIM or an eSIM in Japan, which usually means expensive roaming charges or no data at all. You can also check it yourself on an iPhone. Just go to Settings, General, About, scroll down to Career Lock, and if it says no SIM restrictions, your phone is unlocked. Once your phone is unlocked, you're free to use an eSIM or local SIM card in Japan without any issues, which makes navigating, paying, and getting around much easier.
Talking about eSIMs, when you land in Japan, one of the very first things you'll want to do is get connected. Without internet, it's really easy to feel lost here. You'll need it right away for Google Maps to navigate public transport or to get around on foot, for Google Translate to read signs, menus, and even communicate with locals, and of course, to stay connected with family and friends back home. That's why one of the smartest things you can do before you even fly is to set up an eSIM. If you haven't used one before, an eSIM is just a digital SIM card you install onto your phone in seconds. You don't need to waste time hunting for a SIM at the airport, and you don't have to worry about losing your home SIM card because you're not swapping anything out. And the best part, you're connected the moment you land. The eSIM we recommend is SIM Local. We'll leave a link in the description, or you can scan the QR code on screen, and don't forget to use our code JKarolina at checkout to get 5% off.
Medication not to bring into Japan. Japan has very strict rules when it comes to medication, and some everyday medicines that are common in the US are actually illegal here. First, painkillers. You can buy paracetamol and ibuprofen in Japan, but the dosage is much lower than back home. Most contain only 100 to 200 milligram compared to the 500 milligram tablets many of us are used to. If you're prone to headaches, period pain, or muscle aches, we would definitely recommend bringing your own. You can bring regular Tylenol, but do not bring Tylenol cold and flu or similar products because many contain an ingredient called pseudoephedrine that makes you drowsy, which is banned in Japan.
One thing you'll absolutely want to pack for Japan is a power bank. You'll rely on your phone far more than you expect, using Google Maps to navigate public transport, using Google Translate to translate menus and signs, booking tickets for activities and attractions, and of course taking multiple photos and videos throughout the day. It's very easy for your battery to run out before the day is over. One important thing to remember, power banks can't go into checked luggage. They must be packed into your carry-on. Stick to one under 20,000 mAh, which is airline safe and more than enough to recharge your phone a couple of times during a full day of sightseeing.
Walking shoes. Japan is a walking heavy country, so it's completely normal to hit 15 to 20,000 steps a day just exploring stations, shrines, and neighborhoods. The biggest mistake people make is underestimating how much walking they will actually do. Make sure you pack at least one proper pair of comfortable walking shoes. And here's a bonus tip. Tokyo is a sneaker lover's paradise. The selection is huge, styles are often limited or Japan exclusive, and prices can be cheaper than back home. We recommend department stores in Ueno, Shinjuku, and Shibuya for the best deals. It's another reason to leave space in your suitcase or even bring a larger one with you. Swimwear and onsen etiquette. Of course, you will need swimwear if you're visiting the beach, hotel pools, or water parks in Japan. But this is something that really surprised us. If you're planning to visit a traditional onsen, swimsuits aren't allowed at all. You actually bath completely naked. At first, it can feel a little bit of a shock, especially if you're not used to it. But in Japan, it's completely normal and an important part of the culture. One more important thing to know, many onsens don't allow tattoos. At some places, small tattoos can be covered with patches, but if your tattoos are large, you may not be allowed to enter at all. Why you need a day bag in Japan? One thing you will definitely need in Japan is a small backpack or day bag. You will end up using it every single day. Trust me, for water, snacks, souvenirs, a power bank to keep your phone charged, and even a passport. Why your passport? Many shops in Japan offer tax-free shopping for tourists, but you need to show your passport at the counter. Having it with you can save a surprising amount of money, especially if you decide to shop while you're out exploring. Another thing many travelers don't expect, Japan has very few public trash bins. You will often need to carry your rubbish with you until you find one. Convenience stores like 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson sometimes have bins, but not always for every type of trash. It might be obvious for some, but a small backpack also makes day trips by train much easier. You can leave your suitcase at the hotel and just carry the essentials with you.
Japan has some of the best convenience stores in the world, so there's really no need to bring snacks from back home. Places like 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson are absolutely everywhere, and we honestly spend so much time in them. We've had breakfast, lunch, and dinner from konbinis, and almost every night ends with a snack run. It's not just about convenience, it's generally part of the Japan experience. From fresh onigiri and hot fried chicken to desserts and drinks, everything is affordable, surprisingly good, and nothing like convenience stores back home. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We have so many videos covering Japan, so if it's your first time coming to Japan, there are so many resources for you to check out. We'll put a link in the description to a playlist to all of our videos. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the
Next video!